Hi, I'm Maitra Borneo. Today on Teen Perspective 2 News, learn why teens aren't taking driving seriously and how one teen's accident is teaching others.
I'm Khadija McIntyre. Meet a kid whose college education is paid for. He also has a real shot at making it into the NBA.
And I'm Tyler Conway. Find out how Miss Maryland Teen USA 2013 is using her title to serve others. Teen Perspective 2 News starts right now.
Hello and welcome to the February edition of Teen Perspective 2 News. I'm Savannah Gatton.
And I'm Marissa Russell. Lights, camera, cakes. Teen Perspectives 2 News' Shane Rabinowitz shows us how cake is not the only thing being created in the bakery of Charm City Cakes.
Mary Alice Gieske, Director of Marketing at Charm City Cakes, shows us how taking a leap of faith is well worth reaching your dreams.
This is like Duff stuff. You can get these at Michael's in the cake decorating.
Mary Alice has always been a theater fanatic. Her dreams of becoming an actress ended after graduating high school.
I had dreams of stardom as a teenager, and I wanted to, to sort of take the world by storm. And I realized once I got into college that when I was in high school, I was a pretty big fish in a pretty small pond.
She graduated with an English degree from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and with a lifelong friend and business partner.
Coming to work for Duff was just like this sort of like, oh, this is so easy and fun, and I basically felt like hanging out with my friends all day and getting paid for it.
Quitting her day job to work for her friend, Duff Goldman, came with sacrifices.
I took a 70% pay cut. Duff had no benefits at the time.
She had no regrets.
I always tell folks it was the best, scariest decision I ever made because it obviously worked out really well for me. I love my job.
Nothing could have prepared her for the popularity of the Food Network show, Ace of Cakes.
We were a bunch of young people kind of like, whoa, how do we do this? Like, make this business work.
Mary Alice is no Broadway star, but she is a star in the art of cake creations.
One thing Duff always says is just start doing it. Don't be afraid to do it, and don't be afraid to mess up. Because the way you're going to learn is by figuring out what not to do.
While Ace of Cakes is no longer on TV, Charm City Cakes continues to sweeten Baltimore and the world with their delicious creations. For Teen Perspective 2 News, I'm Shane Rabinowitz.
God save your arteries, a new bacon queen has been crowned. Kim Vannebecker received the crown at the Des Moines Blue Ribbon Bacon Festival, where she wore a dress made out of, you guessed it, bacon. She went through an interview and talent competition to win tickets to the festival, over $200 in gift cards, and a spot on a float in the Des Moines St. Patrick's Day Parade. Not everyone is a bacon fan. Some choose not to eat meat at all. Teen Perspective's Zach Newman met with a local family who has a diet secret they say is making them healthier.
According to a recent Harris Interactive study, the number of vegans in the U.S. has doubled since 2009 to 2.5%, a trend that, if it continues, will put 80% of Americans as vegans by 2021. And this change makes sense.
Mom Bonnie Sorak loves to cook, but her meals may look different from the ones on your table. That's because Bonnie's family is vegan. Different people make the switch for different reasons. But for mother of four Bonnie, it was to keep her family as healthy as possible.
Both my husband and I were both allergic to dairy as children, so we wanted to avoid having our children be allergic as well.
Bonnie's husband, Arthur, had seen the benefits of being a vegan for himself. Arthur had painful eczema that caused painful splits in his fingers. He depended on powerful steroid creams to keep it under control.
And I eliminated all dairy from my diet, and after about 3 months, my eczema was about 80% better.
Because vegans can't have any animal byproducts, such as milk and eggs, a common misconception is that they can't enjoy everyday foods. However, that is farthest from the case.
The key to it is finding substitutes for those foods that you mentioned, the dairy and the eggs. So for something as simple as garlic bread, where someone who wasn't vegan would have butter, we found a really great substitute, margarine, or I just use olive oil.
It's good food. That's it. It's good food. Good food.
The family has graciously given us a few of their favorite vegan recipes for you to try on our website. If you're interested, please check out www.abc2news.com. For Teen Perspective 2 News, I'm Zach Newman.
Still ahead, see how to get involved and sharpen your leadership skills. Learn how some Jewish teenagers are connecting with youth at home and around the world.
Later in the show, we bring you the 411 on perfecting your prom look.
Turn off your texts. Coming up next, we have some startling statistics about teens and distracted driving.
Last but not least, we have an exclusive with the next big thing on the country scene. So get ready to rock and roll.
Gabby Douglas rose to international fame at the London Olympics this summer. She is the first African-American gymnast to win gold in the individual all-around competition. As a young child, Gabby's older sister encouraged her to pursue gymnastics. At just 14, Gabby made the decision to leave her family and move across the country to train with elite coach Liang Chow. Her hard work and dedication paid off last summer with 2 Olympic gold medals.
Welcome back to Teen Perspective 2 News. I'm Savannah Gatton.
And I'm Marissa Russell. The Sheriff's Department estimates that 15% of fatal accidents each year involve a teen. Distracted driving has become a disease among teens, and that one text has become too important.
For anybody that knew him, he was just a great person. You know, you can make anybody laugh.
Austin Ramines was like a brother to Brandon Russell.
I love Austin. I always will.
Austin was killed in a car accident late New Year's Eve. Police still don't know what caused the accident, but it has caused Brandon to pay more attention to his personal safety on the road.
People just don't really realize how fragile life is. Even me and myself, I'd hear other stories, but I never really thought it would cross the line in between my life.
Austin's death has changed Brandon's life. He hopes the tragedy will impact others for the better.
You just think you're the best driver in the world, and you gotta realize you're not.
Getting your license is thrilling, but why do teens forget that picking up the phone or driving a little too fast isn't okay?
I think everybody has this guard up, and they think they're a little invincible.
Teens worry that if they call mom or dad for help, they'll never leave the house again, while parents are wishing just the opposite.
We're not going to be mad, we just want to make sure that they're home safe.
Using a mobile device while driving is against the law in Maryland, but that is still not stopping teens from making careless decisions.
Some of the most common reasons for accidents among teens would definitely be distracted driving, whether that's distracted by a cell phone, changing the radio station, or even talking to their friends.
At 16, some teens feel like Superman, being able to drive. But even Superman isn't invincible.
Such as this is not going to happen to me, it's going to happen to somebody else.
Sheriffs advise teens to just pull off of the road. Any place but behind the wheel is a safe place to answer your text. Like Brandon has quickly learned, being late to your appointment or calling a friend is always the smart choice.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. Some people say, oh, I just, type a couple words and look back up, but it happens in a split second.
A benefit in Austin's honor will be held on March 10th from 2 to 6 p.m. at El Rodeo in Edgewood.
There's now a way for you to keep Congress in check. MegaVote is an email service that will tell you how your representative and senators vote on major decisions. You can also send your comments to the Capitol and the White House with MegaVote's message service. You can sign up at congress.org/megavote.
A controversial anti-bullying video by psychologist Christopher Doyle was recently pulled from Prince George's County Schools. The video was criticized because it suggests that homosexuality can be cured through therapy. The school said the video was pulled because it wasn't about bullying, not because of the gay to straight message. For teens who find it hard to combine being social and making an impact, Teen Perspective's Harris Rubenstein may have found your solution.
Youth groups are a great way to meet people and have some fun experiences. Ben Snyder, the president of the youth group BBYO, gives us some inside information on what his organization does to be successful.
BBYO is the world's largest pluralistic Jewish youth movement. It's present in 27 countries throughout the entire world, and there's 38,000 teens involved, and it focuses on youth leadership and standing up for what you believe in.
BBYO is a very open community with a lot of opportunities, including being able to connect with an international organization.
You get out of BBYO what you put into it, and there's so many different routes you can do. You can purely just go and travel. You can take a leadership role. You can get involved in advocacy for causes that you believe in. It's really anything you want to do.
The teens meet around 3 times a month to hang out and participate in some cool Teen Plan programs.
The gavel he has is what he uses to control meetings where they update the whole council on news and upcoming programs, but he has some other pretty cool mementos too.
This briefcase has been passed down from Baltimore presidents. Each of these has a lot of memories to me, really.
These objects are full of history and are still being used in the organization today.
The leadership has been getting better every year, and there's just so much excitement. And I mean, you could even look at numbers. The recruitment is just going up and up from that excitement. I really don't ever see BBYO stopping.
For more information, or if you want to register now, you can email Ben or his supervisor, Mitch Liebskind. I'm Harris Rubenstein with your Team Perspective.
The music has turned to silence for Prakash. The girl band from Kashmir, India was forced to disband after just one show when they received abusive comments online. Prakash placed third in a battle of the bands, but some questioned if the performance was appropriate for the Muslim-dominated community.
Teen athletes looking to compete in college face a lot of competition. Team Perspective's Khadijah McIntyre has some inspiration from a local teen basketball star.
If you're a country music fan, stay tuned. The next big thing on the country scene is just a few minutes away.
That's right. Up next, we also have some tips to make your prom night noteworthy. The scoop on this prom is right after the break.
Imagine being spat on and tormented because of your race on the first day of high school. That was the experience of Melba Patello-Beals, a 15-year-old who attended Arkansas Central High School in the 1950s. Beals was a member of the Little Rock Nine, a group of black students who fought to attend the all-white school. One student tried to blind Beals by throwing acid in her eyes. Because of her perseverance, Beals became a major figure in the effort to integrate schools and wrote a book on her struggle called Warriors Don't Cry.
Welcome back to Teen Perspective 2 News. I'm Savannah Gatton.
And I'm Marissa Russell. Basketball season is coming to an end. Many high school seniors are dreaming of playing some ball in college. Teen Perspective's Khadijah McIntyre has the story of one Baltimore County senior who will get to see his dream come true.
Imagine going to college for free and being able to do something you love. Well, Ahmad Wilson would do just that when he goes to Central Connecticut State University on a full athletic scholarship. This is Ahmad Wilson. He's a 17-year-old senior at Randallstown High School.
Since I was about 8 years old when I first started playing basketball, I kind of picked up basketball kind of late. So since 8 years old, I always knew I wanted to play college basketball and possibly NBA.
Ahmad transferred to Randallstown High School this school year from Owings Mills High School. Once he put on the black and gold, his dreams came true.
The coach from Central Connecticut has a good relationship with Coach English. And he had came down to an open gym and watched us work out. And then he really liked what he saw. And then it took about 2 weeks. And I came down on an official visit and they offered me that day.
For Ahmad, going to college was going to be hard before the offer from CCSU. Attending practices regularly and even missing a little school to put up a few shots, Ahmad has to work hard one way or another to make sure college is paid for. After all, he has big dreams.
NBA would be great. I'll probably try to get my degree first, and if the opportunity for the NBA comes, then of course I'm gonna take it. But I plan on staying all 4 years. The next thing I would like to do is probably be an analyst on ESPN or possibly be a manager for an upcoming player in colleges.
Many people share Ahmad's dream of playing college basketball and possibly professionally. He has a few words of encouragement for teens who want to follow in his footsteps.
Don't take no days off, because when you're not working out, somebody else working out. That's how I think about it.
Along with pursuing his dream of playing basketball for Central Connecticut State, Ahmad wants to study engineering. For Team Perspective 2 News, I'm Khadijah McIntyre.
The oral history program, For All the World to Hear, shared the stories of 10 elders who have overcame obstacles during the civil rights era.
My purpose of being here and hoping that succeeding generation, the post-civil rights generation, will be able to look down and see some part of history.
UMBC Center for Art, Design, and Visual Culture joined with oral historian Harriet Lynn to share these stories with the world. There is also an exhibit at UMBC CIDVC Gallery entitled For All the World to See. 'Tis the season for dress shopping, limo reservations, and all the little details in between. Savannah Gatton is here with some experts to help you prepare for the big night.
And we have the prom experts here in makeup, accessories, and flowers. And first we have our makeup artist, Carol Stover. So tell me about Sarah's face here.
Sarah has the red carpet look. Red lips are very big for spring. It's an odd color for spring. You would think pastels, but red lips are very, very fashionable now, and I think it's very glamorous for a prom look. She also got the thicker black eyeliner, nicely blended though, and lots of eyelashes. So I think she looks very glamorous in red carpet.
Yes, and bright red over here, but bright blue on Iman. Tell me about this.
Blue color is back. Bright pops of color. We're seeing 70s and 80s eyeshadow colors. So you see the bright blue on the eyelid going up to a pale blue. A little bit of shimmer. Shimmer is still fashionable. And then neutrals for the rest of the face.
Well, it's so beautiful. And we are also seeing some bright color and accessories. We have Tony McCracken from Tiger Lily and Bel Air. Tell me about how you accessorize these dresses.
We took a great bubble style necklace and put it with a long dress. As you can see, it brings out the color of the dress over here. Maybe a little surprising, but a necklace works with a one-shoulder dress, and you could omit the necklace and do a great pair of long earrings as well.
Yes, and for the earrings and the smaller details, you have some things here. Tell me about what you have here.
Bracelets, bling. We love bling at Tiger Lily, so we've brought out bling in necklaces. We've brought them in bracelets, earrings. Need a pop of color, just grab a colored clutch and you're off to go to the prom.
Beautiful, I love the bling. Now we also need a more natural look with our flowers. And here I have Lisa Baker from Ray Ball in Towson. So tell me about these corsages and boutonnieres.
Savannah brought a couple of different styles, a little bit less traditional with some brighter colors. We have some beautiful fuchsia dendrobium orchids, wrist corsage. You can also do a matching boutonniere. A little bit more vibrant, the hot pink and orange sweetheart roses. You can pair that with the matching boutonniere as well, or for something a little bit more traditional, traditional white rose.
That's beautiful. Now, how much are these things going to cost?
Corsage ranges about maybe $35 to $40, and most of your boutonnieres are going to fall in the $10 range. So for just around $50 or under, you've got your complete prom look.
Well, that's not too bad at all. And if you want to get any of the things you saw here, any of the accessories or the makeup, you can visit our website, abc2news.com/teen media. For Teen Perspective 2 News, I'm Savannah Gatton.
Ahead on Teen Perspective, meet a local teen who is working hard to make his dreams of becoming a country music star come true. You'll hear the music of Parkville High School's Evan Michael. And Teen Perspective's Tyler Conway takes us behind the exhilarating life of Miss Maryland Teen USA.
Brooklyn teen Rochelle Ballantyne has the chance to become the first African-American female chess master. At just 17 years old, she competed in the Youth Chess Championships in Slovenia last November. Rochelle got her start as a member of the chess team at New York's Intermediate School 318. The incredible success of the team is featured in the documentary Brooklyn Castle. Rochelle's hard work has won her a full scholarship to Stanford University.
Welcome back to Teen Perspective 2 News. I'm Marissa Russell.
And I'm Savannah Gatton. With more than 700,000 pageants in the U.S. and 3 to 4 million contestants competing nationwide, pageants are growing in popularity.
Teen Perspective's Tyler Conway has more on our state title holder.
That's right. Honey Boo Boo has nothing on our Miss Maryland Teen USA. 16-year-old Hannah Brewer from Manchester, Maryland, now travels across our state serving as a role model to others.
This was Hannah's crowning moment. Last November, she competed in Interview, took to the stage to answer a judge's question, and competed in swimsuit and evening gown. This life-changing experience all began with Hannah's older sister.
My sister started in the Miss America program about 6 years ago, and she was Miss Pennsylvania, and she competed at Miss America and made the top 10, so of course I caught the pageant bug.
Following in her sister's footsteps, Hannah uses her title to serve those around her, and especially our military.
I go to Walter Reed. I go down and I volunteer with Operation Welcome Home. It's at the airport, and we welcome home the active duty troops.
She has been so involved in her service, she decided to take it to the next step.
I actually just started my own nonprofit, and that's called Hannah's Heroes, and basically it focuses on all the different aspects of being in the military.
But service is not the only thing on Hannah's mind.
Getting ready for Miss Teen USA is, on the top of my list right now.
Since being crowned, Hannah's life has definitely picked up speed.
My life has always been busy, but you can definitely say it gets more busy. It can only go uphill from there. But basically, I've been doing the same things. I'm always, trying to stay true to who I am and just doing the things that I love to do.
For more information about Miss Maryland Teen USA Hannah Brewer, you can contact her on facebook.com/Miss Maryland Teen USA or follow her on Twitter at RealMissMDTeen. For Teen Perspective 2 News, I'm Tyler Conway.
Evan Michael is a high school senior with a passion for music. Over the past several months, he has worked hard to play at many different venues and has traveled to Nashville to record. He will be releasing his second album later this year. Teen Perspective's Anna Muckerman is here with Evan in our studio.
Hi, I'm here with Evan Michael, who's a senior at Parkville High School. For the past 4 years, Evan has been trying to break into the music industry. So Evan, what attracted you to country music?
For me, country music has a story to tell, and every artist seems to have their own story, and every day I'm writing new songs to be able to tell my story.
And you released your first album in 2011, which was self-titled.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that album.
That first album, that was back when I was 14 years old. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with music at the time, and I just wrote 6 songs. I took them to a producer, and I was like, put them to life.
What are your goals for the future?
For my goals, I plan on, some of my goals are having a platinum record, signing a major record deal. But I'm actually moving to Nashville, Tennessee on August 7th to finish my new album and to just write every single day, do college in between that, and work during the night.
And you released your latest album in August, which includes the single June Night, which you're going to play for us.
Yes.
So tell me just real quick about that song.
June Night was a song that I wrote with my friend Leah Berkey, who is a 15-year-old singer-songwriter from York, Pennsylvania. And I wrote it on the first night I met her, and we wrote it together. And it's a fun summer song. It was the middle of winter, it was mid-January. We should be writing Christmas songs, but we decided to write a summer song, and it's just something fun. It was different from the last EP.
So, how can people contact you? How can they see more of your work?
People can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and my email is on my Facebook page.
All right, so here with his new single is Evan Michael.
If a June night could talk, it'd say we'll never fade away. All those nights out by the lake, all those memories we made, and I can't help think back to how we let go. And I can't replace you more than you know. Just a boy and a girl trying to take on the world, running wild with desire. Summer couldn't get much hotter. Maybe we both knew that this wouldn't last, but I can't quit now. This fire's burning too fast. I miss those summer nights, laying there by my side, slow dancing, making love in the moonlight. I never thought that this would end. I never thought that you would leave. I need you here with me to keep my sanity. But if a June I could talk, then you would never be gone.
You can catch Evan at his next performance April 13th at the Johns Hopkins University Spring Festival.
That wraps up this episode of Teen Perspective 2 News. Be sure to check back in March for our next show.
And now back to Evan for more of his single, June Night. Thanks for watching.
Do you remember that night when the clock struck 12? Yeah, we were heading on home. Your dad was mad as hell. Didn't know the next morning you were off to Colorado. Nothing but goodbye, but my heart was sure to follow. I know I like the chase and I know that I'm a lover, but with hearts breaking fast, maybe we're better off on running our separate